Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for October 2nd, 2018. Today we're looking at the EURUSD Euro versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. Looking here on the daily time frame, an interesting scenario going on here for the euro, going all the way back to May. You see the vertical red line on the left-hand side of the chart. Since May of this year, 2018, we've seen much, not all, but much of the price action contained within this black box or rectangle that you see here on the chart. Resistance at the blue zone, kind of a midpoint congestion zone at the yellow zone, and support at the orange zone. Now, there have been a few times where we've seen it get outside of this box. You can see the significant area below where it broke out and made a new low within the long-term downtrend. We see 3 times getting above, and really we might even be able to take this box and extend it up to the purple zone, but for now we'll leave it as is. The green circle is showing the attempts to break above the blue zone, and the black box recently, we have a little black box above there where just last week we were above the blue zone and then suddenly turned back below it. So significant price action held within this range or zone highlighted inside this larger black box or rectangle. What's important for us today is the blue circles, the orange shaded area, 1.1535, which has been our significant support within this same area. And I'm actually going to add one more blue circle on here, right there. So we could see significant support around this orange shaded area throughout the life of this range. Why is that so important for us today? That's where the current market is. 1.1535 is acting as our support today. And I say support because here on the daily time frame, clearly we have not been able to break underneath it. Let's look at 2 things here. Right here, and I'll point to it with a little blue arrow here. Right there, you can see the market where it attempted to get underneath the orange shaded area there and turn around and went back higher, right there where the blue circle is, and then turn around and went back up. That's what we need to keep in mind today, because in the current market we have a very similar scenario going on where the market is attempting to get underneath this orange shaded area, but so far has been unable to sustain a hold underneath there. So we need to be watchful. We need to be careful that we assume that the market's going to break lower. We need to be watchful for actual breaks, because we don't want this to happen. What happened back here, you see those little wicks just sticking down underneath there and no real breakout, 1535. So what's that going to look like? We'll talk about that more in the live trade room today, but that's clearly what we're looking for. Either a break under the 1535 orange shaded area for a continuation lower, like it did here in the middle, or the other opportunity is it bounces off of it and turns around and goes back up. The rally on the US dollar over the past few days, we'll talk about maybe 4 days or so, the rally on the US dollar sending the euro dollar lower, and that's what we're seeing. The question is, will the US dollar continue to go higher, or will it suddenly turn right back around and go back down? We don't know that yet, but that's what we see going on. Let's go ahead and zoom it in a couple times. So here it is. We're looking at this area again. It's either going to break underneath it or turn around and go back higher. So we look for price action that indicates one of those 2 things. You could use a multitude of indicators, multiple conglomeration of indicators, stochastic, RSI, Bollinger Band rally, MACD, all of those things may give you confidence in one of these 2 scenarios, but we now know where that's going to happen. Right here at the orange zone, 1535, 1560, one of these 2 things is going to happen. Either we're going to see the US dollar sell off, we're going to see a surge of buyers for the euro, and this is going to turn around and go back up, or we're looking for the final and eventual breakout underneath this orange shaded area, and we look for the continuation lower. Again, we'll talk about a little bit more about that in the live trade room today, but this is really the setup for the day. Either it reverses to go back up for the orange zone or breaks the orange zone to continue lower for the euro dollar today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.